One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to San Diego, Snapdragon Stadium, home to the San Diego State Aztecs. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Minnesota Golden Gophers, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the San Diego State Aztecs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Golden Gophers will put total leather and we'll get started. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw its piece. He's going to take a shot right away. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Finds a tight end. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. They'll try the run. Find some fresh air. Got enough for the first down. Turning it on. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
Wants to throw on first down. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, San Diego State. A great catch and run for 6. That had touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run for the State.
Yeah, it had touchdown written all over it because nobody was covering it. It would be a good idea to get a hand on him. You know, listen, I know you guys got some speed, and maybe you give him a cushion and give him some space, but that was a little aggressive on the space department there.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cover the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll go to the ground. Just ran over it. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire, and those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. To the air on first down. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
It moves to second down.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
And the Golden Gophers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They got zero push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Converts on fourth down, still going. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
And that is a backbreaker if you're on defense. On fourth down, the opponent's throwing for it. Not only do you give up the first down, but you give up an explosive play. And all of a sudden now, you're reeling a little bit defensively.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. It's complete on the right side. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The Golden Gophers headed quickly to the line. The pull and throw off the RPO. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
And the Golden Gophers trying to pay off the threat on first and goal.
Get set, get set.
He'll take it himself. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Minnesota!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. He's able to work his way across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Peace. Here's the pressure. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. They recover their own fumble. Somehow. Who knows how they got that thing back?
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit, you cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3-and-out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down.
Here we go. Squirrel, squirrel.
Quarterback may change this route. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Makes a grab past the marker. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. They needed a bunch on 4th down, and boy, did they get it.
And I get aggressiveness. We get aggressiveness. We want to be aggressive, take shots down the field. First half, they felt like 4th and long. No big deal, and they get it. I imagine we'll get a few more of those.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
We've reached the break. It's San Diego State holding the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. To the air, it's Peace. Firing to the end zone. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Looks as if they're going to pass on a chance to take the lead with the field goal and go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football in this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. He's taking the shot. He's got it on the outside. Off and running. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Golden Gophers!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. San Diego State takes over as the offense is ready to go to work. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
Yeah, I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Under fire. Finds a man on the right. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. The Aztecs are in the hurry-up.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another.
Breaks into the open. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. And the Aztecs with the 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Peace. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the 1st himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
The Aztecs looking to convert on 4th down. Making side adjustments here. On 4th down, looking to pass. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offense approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Gets the back moving. Back to pass. Sends it downfield. Caught at the 25. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19.
I would love to sit here and tell you that was the greatest play call ever and the offensive coordinator is a genius. I think that was some really bad defense.
They'll run it from the gun. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Line gets set, 1st down. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Direct snap. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
He'll toss it.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs, won't just be the quarterback, but he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read, and it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the first down.
The Golden Gophers are threatening on 1st and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. A first down run in the red zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Minnesota!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. FIU is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 7 over Missouri. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking to throw, it's Peace. Grabbed in the middle, it's Flood.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Quick release on the RPO. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Firing to the right, complete. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He might want another play. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He'll try to take it back. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Release to the back. It's complete. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Finds a man by himself. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
He'll set up to throw. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. One more snap coming before halftime. Back to pass, it's Peace. Complete. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Aztecs will kick it off to start the second half. And he's not going to take the touchback. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious.
Ball's out. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
The more you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapping around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally, and you got to be in the right place at the right time.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. And the Golden Gophers can really attack on this second and short.
Get set, get set.
This is a designed run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Golden Gophers come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Looking to throw for it. And that one's incomplete.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
They'll unleash the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Snap to the back. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again. In their own territory, but completely undaunted as they go for it and make it on fourth down.
And it's crazy. I don't even think you have a second thought anymore. Even in your own side of the field, like, what, I'm going to have bad field position? Nah, I don't really care. We're going to go for it. We're going to play the numbers. We're going to be aggressive.
Got his man to the left. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking it.
The inside handoff. Got enough for the first down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And this is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Quickly out to the tight end.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
And the Golden Gophers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Quarterback keeper. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Golden Gophers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work.
Here we go.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Fires to the middle. Complete downfield.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
On the double.
And the Golden Gophers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal?
Easy.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Now on the move. Touchdown, Minnesota! And the pummeling has started.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Two teams inside the Big 12 squaring off today, and it's now a final. Here's a quick recap. Troy took care of business today. I think their coach had their attention all week, and the end result was a focused group of Trojans that fired on all cylinders. This game may or may not impact the college football playoff, fellas, but it's bound to shake things up in the Big 12 standings.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Peace. Fires to the right. Got his man. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. He's got the tight end. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
Looking to throw on first down. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's 2nd down.
And that's one the offense just needs to be able to hit, right? That's a completion they should be able to hit in their sleep. Receivers got to do a better job.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down.
Come on, set.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Throws to the tight end. For the third straight play, the pass falls incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Three straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up, run it, do something. You can't take a sack on 4th down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for you.
He'll try to pop the draw. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
To the air on second down. Fires left. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. Final play of the quarter coming. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Working that left side now. An explosive play to wrap up the 3rd quarter. Oh, they finally got him out of bounds, but not before. He carried some momentum for his team into the 4th quarter. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one.
Cricket.
Here's the handoff. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field to play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Now the play fake. The throw. Using the quick game. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Tight end finds a soft spot. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Let's go.
Pulls it on the bootleg fake. The sweet feet buy a little time. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Guys, we're about to get another look at this San Diego State offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points, but they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got...
There he goes! And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. The Aztecs will hustle to the line.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
To throw, it's Peace. He's got him. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. And the Aztecs come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. To the ground to try to pick up the first. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. The Aztecs are marching down the field.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now, because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
He's got it. Defense knocks him down immediately after the catch, but now they're facing a goal-to-go situation from the 7. They'll try to get it in with the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking to fire. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going, and maybe you can build it.
He gets the 2-point conversion as they draw ever closer. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long.
42 Spiders. 4-2 Spiders. Ready.
On the move. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Oh, he missed it. No good. Because no game is perfect. Something has to go wrong, so the coach will have something to gripe about in film.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but he left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Fires to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Dropping back, it's Peace. Gets it out fast. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Tight end getting vertical. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal. And the Aztecs in the hurry-up. Looking to throw. Back's got it. Got the completion, but couldn't quite maneuver his way in. He'll be inches short of the score.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
Trying to slam in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Aztecs!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
2-point conversion attempt is coming.
Belly stunner. Hey, Cam. Igloo.
Trying to run it in. He'll get in there as they draw 2 points closer. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. Undeterred by this huge deficit in the last half minute, they'll line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. This offense has it with really good field position. DBs will try to keep everything in front.
Get set.
The give to the tailback. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. We we sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen here.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the W.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese.